Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Beginner to Expert. This is part 26 Angular 7 tutorial. So in this session I will discuss about Angular form validation with template driven technique. This is part 2 of that validation. So let's get started. Before jumping to the code, so first I will summarize what I will discuss today in this session. So here points to discuss I already prepared, that dynamically add fields into existing one. Okay, so already we have done in the first part 1 of the form validation. There we have created actually means one registration form and with 4 fields. Okay, so 3 buttons were there, close, reset and submit. So in this session I have been introduced one extra button that is called family member. So once user click on that family member, so under one main member we can add multiple family member. Okay, so to achieve that, that means we can add field dynamically with the existing one. Okay, so and after adding dynamically a field, we will validate each field. Okay, those fields are required. Okay, and remove newly added field set. Okay, so suppose once user click on family member, one field set will be added. Each field set will have 4 field. Okay, like name, email, phone and date of birth. So here in the right side corner will be one icon, that is delete icon. Okay, so user can remove the field set as well. Okay, so now flip to Visual Studio Code. So here I will change a little bit for design perspective. So as of now, it was 2 column divided. Now I will keep in one row with 4 column. Okay, so for that I will change little bit, because as you know, bootstrap grid system is a 12 grid system. So here 4 column means each column will have 3. So here 3, so total 12 grid system. And here one row is there, that is called button section row. And here this is the field section row. So in between them one HR horizontal tag is there. So now I will open that slide. So here one title is the members. Okay, so I will add one, I will keep the whole set inside ng container. Okay, so here each 6 I will use for this members. Okay, and next is I will use one HR tag. Okay, and I will, okay, so after that what I will do, I will use one div which will have row class. And this row will be iterate, and each row will have 4 column. Okay, so for that I will use call 3, and each column will be equal. So here first column, so I will copy this. So let me increase one more. Copy it and paste it over here. Okay, and remove all the things here. So first field is the name field is required. Obviously it is required. So yeah, required min length, max length already is there inside that. what we can do. So mat hint also is there, name touched. Okay, and now copy, paste it over here, similar way. Now I copied all the fields, and here I changed the respective which name as well, name, email, phone, and date of birth. So here for phone, I validation should be like phone must be in 10 digit number. So instead of required, so in this scenario, so when user will add a family member, so two field will be required, so name and date of birth. Okay, but phone number and email optional, but if user you know put something, then it should validate. Okay, so your form should be responsible to validate. So here what I will do, I will use the pattern. Okay, and okay, so now I have I'm going to component. So now I'm here component will have one uh, empty model, so name, email, phone, and date of birth. So I will add one more property that is called members, members. Okay, so this member actually kind of array. Okay, and here I will add one more button called add family member. So I will copy the above button, and I will change the text as plus add member, and I will change it as add member. I'll copy and I'll declare it over here as a method. So and here what I will do, okay, here I will use one class margin left 3, so that two buttons, in between the two buttons some gap will be there, and this button type will be button type, everything looks good. Okay, so my intention is whenever user click on that add member, so member will be added inside the members array, and first object will be main member, and whatever member will row will be added inside the member, those are the member of that employee. Okay, so here I will use this dot new members, members. So members will have array, members is an array, so we can push the object. Okay, so here name. So these four field will be there, and here I will copy that property new emp dot members, and here I will look through. In the mockup you can see here multiple row will be there, so each row will have four field, and you can each row you can say field set. So here for that I will look through ng for let m for member of this members, and respective model as well, and also I need this time name and date of birth will be required, and all other field will be optional. So that is why I kept only the required attribute instead on the name and date of birth field. Okay, so here I actually removed other two field required attribute. Now save the page, open the browser. Now click on the register button. Okay, so here by default members that label is coming. So once I click on family member, okay, so another field set actually coming. Okay, now if I close that, now you can check that each field is coming, but here problem is, so here also that date of birth is required. Okay, once I touch that field, so every field got it is showing touched. Okay, and every field got it's showing mandatory. okay, but I didn't touch the second one. So how to validate each field by itself? Okay, so for that, what I will do, so here we are looping through each member. Okay, so here I will consider one variable that is called call index, and I will assign the index property, and which is the part of each array. So by default this index will be there, so this value will be assigned to call index. So instead of here name, so whenever you are adding one row, so each row will have a name field. So this name and this name and this name, each field actually name is same. So that is why uh, at the same time it is showing, means it is finding out how many name field is there, okay, with the name, same name. Now if I uh, distinguish each row with index, then Angular will get to know each field, means it can identify each field with a specific ID, okay, the specific name. So here first one will be name underscore 0, second row name underscore 1, third row name underscore 2, like this. So here I will copy paste it in each field. Okay, now save the page, open the browser. Now if I click, if I add two family member, so here if I touch first field, first row, first field, then it will only be showing the error that name field is required. Okay, so other field is not showing. Now Angular actually identifying each field with a specific name. Okay, okay, now for phone, actually I want only the decimal, sorry, only the integer 10 digit number will be applied. So for that, what we'll do here, max length will be 10 and min length also will be 10. So minimum and maximum, so exactly user has to fill the 10 digit mobile number. So phone field must have 10 digit mobile number. Okay, so for that, again I will use one that one regex, which will accept only the number, not character. Okay, so for that I already have done that. I will copy that regex and paste it over here. I will copy this, paste it over here. So that means it indicates 0 to 9 will accept, okay, only the integer number. Okay, and for date of birth as well, I'll copy paste that regex. You can also find it out from Google. So here required is, now first thing is the required. So here I will use that required error type, and again I'll copy and paste the second one, that invalid date of birth. Okay, so what is doing, so now the first time it is checking the required field. So user has to, means user either user put a valid value or not. And again it is checking the pattern. Okay, so are using, means is user is putting the value only number or character. okay, and after that it is checking that dash symbol, okay. So so it should be a valid date of birth format, that is mmddyyy, okay. Now shape the page, open the browser. Now if I click the family member, now suppose I left the first field, okay, first field is showing name is field is required. Now second, okay, name, sorry, message I didn't change. Date of birth field is required here. So here it is showing date of birth field is required, okay. So then again it is showing me that invalid date of birth should be ddyy format, okay. Now if I put like here gg gg gg, still it is showing invalid format, okay. That means we need to put the valid number. So suppose 000000, okay. That after that it is showing okay this is invalid, okay. Here I need to fill here email. Now that form got valid. Now if I click again, if I want to add one member, family member, okay, if I press plus, then again you check, you can see that form got invalid, okay. That button is disabled, okay. Once I fill again the value, suppose let's say here, okay, now it is valid. Now here email and these are the optional, but moment I put the value, it will okay, here moment I put the value in the phone number, it will show phone field actually must have 10 digit mobile number, even though this field is optional, but moment user put the value, it will check that by using a regex that valid phone number is given or not. So 98747419, okay. Now again form got valid, okay. Now I will open the console, and moment I press the submit, so it will show me the all the things. So first main family member is here, and inside that one property members. So inside members, two member we have been added, okay. Now now next problem is, now if I again wants to add the family member, so that dialog actually height is in fixed, so we cannot means user cannot scroll down or scroll up, so user cannot see that button set. So to achieve that, we will fix that button set in the bottom side as a sticky, okay. So for that I have written this to css class. I will copy it and I'll open it in the css, and I will add this sticky footer in the footer row, that button row area. Here sticky footer already been added, and let me check in the foot, okay. So in the header section also I will add this class, okay. And one more thing, as I am opening this register components of the dialog from that container, register emp register container, oh sorry, open that pages, emp container, okay. So here you can check, we are using the width as a 50%, so I will use here 90%, and height will be 70%, okay. Now set the page, Okay, now close the dialog. So now you can add as you want, but dialog, footer and header will be fixed. Okay, so here my footer and header, that is ticked. Okay, so now user can easily move in, move out, scroll in, scroll down the window. Okay, so this way we can add, we can add multiple field set on the fly, to the existing form. Okay, so also how to validate I already showed. So I think we finished out. Okay, now next thing is remove newly added field set. Okay, so to achieve that, whenever we are clicking the field set, we are adding on members, one member to the members array. So here each row, uh, here we'll use one, you know I tag, and I will use for trash, and also I will attach one click handler. So delete member, and I will pass each member object. Okay, now, and also I would like to add one class cursor, sorry, cursor uh, cursor pointer. Now I will define this delete member inside the component, and as we are passing the member of any type, I don't know which type of member is coming here, but here what I will do, this dot new emp dot memb as members dot splic, sorry, index of, so it will find it out, where is that member index within that array, so it will give us the index. Okay, so constant member index, ए चुप कर रे, dot splic splice. So here I will pass this index, and at a time will be deleted one. Okay, so this code is sufficient to delete one member from the array. Okay, now save the page. Okay, one error is coming. That error is saying template parse error unexpected closing tag I. Okay, so here again I missed out that double quotes. Okay, now click add. Okay, now that icon is coming. So now if I click that icon, see, you can check that member is got deleting. Okay, so also for confirmation I will add here some name here. So each specific field is deleting or not, let us check. So if I click here, that field got deleted. Okay, that means it is working fine. I think we have covered, actually I covered all the things here as we discussed, as we promised that this will be discussed. So that's all for the day. So try it by yourself, and still if you have any queries, so don't forget to leave a message in the comment section below. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.